Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. Hopefully everybody had a really nice spring break. We're going to start off today with the do now. And I'm using this do now from 2 weeks ago from our little quiz that we took. This is one that some of us struggled on, so I wanted to redo it so everyone could see. So I have 2 over 7x equals 6. So I have a division problem. So I need to find the inverse operation, which would be multiplication. So I need to multiply both sides by its reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 7 over 2. So this gives me 14 over 14x equals 42 over 2. 14 over 14x equals just x, and 42 divided by 2 is 21. So next we're going to move on and we're going to talk about inequalities. So I have a little activity. You can participate if you like. So stand if the statement is true. Is your birthday before May? So I have an inequality right here. M is less than 5. M represents month. So if you have a birthday in January, February, March, April, you would make this statement true. I cannot put 5 because 5 is May. 5 is not less than 5, so May would not work. Is your height more than 5 feet? Please stand. I have h represented as height, so it's saying height is greater than 5. So anything that would work would be 5 and a fourth, 5.5 feet, 6 foot, etc. Do you have one or more siblings? So I have an inequality represented by x is greater than or equal to 1. It has the equal sign underneath the inequality to represent that just one sibling would make this statement true. So you can stand up if you have one sibling, 2 siblings, 50 siblings, etc. Do you have at least one pet? Please stand. Once again, this is also represented with a line under the inequality statement. So I have 1 is less than or equal to p representing for pets. So any number that could be represented could be 1, 2, 15, etc. So like I said, from using what we were talking about above, we're going to move on and we're going to continue talking about inequalities. So inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. The first 2 symbols that I have is less than, and the second one is greater than. These 2 symbols you have used in 5th grade and 4th grade and in previous grades. I'm going to introduce you to the next 2. This one right here is less than or equal to, and this one right here is greater than or equal to. I would like you to please write this down on your paper just to make sure you have it for your assignments. So our first column, the symbol is less than, or it can also be known as is fewer than. Column number 2 is greater than, is more than. Column number 3 is less than or equal to, is at most, is no more than. And lastly, our 4th column is greater than or equal to, is at least, is no less than. So we're going to move right along into our examples. So my first example, I have a number c is less than 4. I'm going to section it off so it'd be a little easier to see. So I have a number c is less than and -4. So a number c I can represent with a c is less than. If I would go up to my chart, it would show me that less than symbol, and it was less than -4. The next example, a number k plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. So a number k plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. If I go up above to look at my chart, it would show me greater than or equal to 8. And lastly, I have 4 times the number q is at most 16. So 4 times the number q is at most 16. So 4 times the number q is at most 16. That means at most means q cannot be more than 16. It has to be less than 16. All right, here are your U-tries. Please pause it right here and complete your U-tries. You do not need to send your U-tries, but I encourage you to participate so you can see how you're doing. All right, number 1. A number n is greater than 1. A number n is greater than 1. So a number n is greater than 1. Number 2. Twice a number p is fewer than 7. So twice a number, twice means 2, times is fewer than 7. All right, I have another set of U-tries for you. Same thing. Pause your video so you can try them. A number minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. So I have a number minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. A number, you can use any, a number minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. And lastly, number 4, a number z divided by 2 is at least negative 6. A number z divided by 2 is at least negative 6. Is at least negative 6. So it means the smallest number that it could be is negative 6, so it has to be greater than negative 6. All right, enjoy your assignment.